Hey Libra, welcome to your February 2025 weekly reading. It's going to be your reading from February 10th until the 16th. Hope you're doing well. We're just going to go ahead and get started and jump straight in here. Big week. Every week is big. But expect some shocks going into this week. At the beginning of the week, we will have Mercury square Uranus and the Sun square Uranus. I believe it's on the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th, right? And then we're having a full moon that's happening in Leo. So talk about drama, talk about shakeups, talk about shocks, talk about unpredictable things, sudden things. If you have anything planned early in the week, I guarantee maybe some of those things are going to get disrupted with the square to Uranus, because Uranus is the disruptor, to where you can't predict it. It's unpredictable. And the square, it's like, it can bring, if you're expecting something to go one way, it goes totally the other way. I don't think it's anything to fear, but I've been saying to the signs that, well, I think you just have to roll with the punches, Don't become discouraged or become angry or get triggered or overreact. All right, especially with a full moon in Leo, it's like it can make things very dramatic. So just be aware of that. So far, your cards look pretty good, though, this week, Libra. Yeah, I think communication is the name of the game here for you this week. As long as you have strong communication, you are clarifying things, you're not jumping to conclusions, you're voicing your concerns, then I think things will be fine. And you're just communicating your truth, I think things will be fine here. Let's see here. Let's pull your Oracle card. It just fell out. But also, too, we'll have Mercury coming to Pisces. And I think, speaking of Mercury, isn't that something? Mercury is the card that fell out. So Mercury's getting shooken up, I'm telling you. Mercury square Uranus. That's like a Mercury square Uranus. Like, oh, shit, I didn't expect that. I just dropped the card, right? But Mercury coming into Pisces, I think, will settle things down. Pisces is more relaxed and chilled out, right? And Mercury deals with our intellect, our minds, our thought processes, our thoughts, communication. Pisces brings that more softer, reflective energy. So let's see here. Libra. What is your Oracle card before we jump into the read? Well, you pulled your own card here. You pulled Libra. And Libra, you're all about fairness, balance, harmony. You have a very sensitive eye to things that aren't in alignment, things that aren't balanced. And so this could be a week too, to where you make some very strong adjustments, or you're having to make some strong adjustments here. But even if, I don't know if a lot of people don't know this though, but the Libra glyph is literally the sun setting. It's a sunset. And whenever you see a sunset, we're just like, like it feels harmonious, peaceful. So peace is what I see here. You pulled this, you are here for a purpose, learning, realizing what matters to you here. You're getting more clear here. I think specifically when it comes to your values. Uranus is in Taurus. Remember, I was just talking about Uranus. Taurus deals with our values. And that square with the Sun and Mercury in Aquarius, it's where our values could be clashing with other people, groups, our communities. And I think what's being reflected here in a powerful way for you is actually showing you, like, you know what? I don't agree with this. I don't like that, but I do like this, right? And I think you're finding, and through that process, it's helping you get clear here on what's the most important. I wouldn't be too hard on yourself either. It's okay to change. Let's see here. Libra. You pulled the spiritual evolution, set your heart free here. And I would say the Nine of Wands being here in the position of something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of. The Nine of Wands is when we're struggling with our beliefs. It can be our inner belief or beliefs about certain things. Your will's being tested. Maybe your faith is being tested. But whatever the beliefs are that aren't serving you anymore, I think Spirit is really wanting you to let go of those things. And it could be way. I know it's easier said than done, but let's keep going here. You pulled the Ten of Pentacles here in the position of the good stuff. I'm trying to really think, just off the top of my head, where this full moon is for you. It's in your 11th house. Okay, the sun's in your 5th house. Okay, so yeah, things going on, definitely being highlighted in regards to your community groups, networks. Your ability to be able to enjoy yourself, and then the sun being in Aquarius in your 5th house, love, creativity, self-expression, romance. And then that square, right, to Taurus is your 8th house. So 8th house deals with your bonds with things, the things that you're merged with energetically and also materially, right? So some of those things getting shooken up here to where I think what's being revealed, that square to Uranus, because the 8th house represents what's hidden to us and things that get revealed through seeking deeper, right? The hidden knowledge of the 8th house, the occult, right? And so what's happening is that you're becoming aware of, these values, I don't feel connected to certain values. And I think you're letting those go. And I think it's giving you a better understanding here of what your purpose is and what you want to create and what's the most important things. Even with the Ten of Pentacles being here in the position of the good stuff, well, Ten of Pentacles is symbolic of the harvest. So you could be getting a harvest here this week with money, possibly, resources, new possessions. Ten of Pentacles, though, is your long-term goals, your purpose, right? The cathedral that you're trying to build in your life, or the castle that you're trying to build in your life. There's a story that I was just reading about the other day, how a guy came up to someone and he was like, and this deals with knowing your purpose, knowing your mission, knowing what you're building, knowing what you're doing, and really doing things that light you up, right? So he came up to the first person and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And the guy's like, because they're on a construction site, right? So the guy's like, I'm laying bricks." The first guy. Then he goes to the second guy, and the second guy, he asks the second guy, "What are you doing?" And the second guy says, "I'm building a wall." Then he goes to the third guy, and the third guy says, "I'm building a cathedral." And the third guy, he had a strong purpose and vision, right? And that's the Ten of Pentacles. So this is in the position of the good stuff, your vision here of what your purpose is and what you're creating and what your values are all shaping up. I can't even get the words out. Let's keep going here. You have the Queen of Swords here for the overall energy here. Yeah, Queen of Swords, I always say the Queen of Swords is about understanding something more, understanding yourself more, understanding your truth more, and being able to communicate that truth powerfully, and being able to stick to your word, being able to have integrity. And it's also when your head, where things become more clear. Like Queen of Wands, her head is above the clouds. So her head isn't in the clouds anymore. She's not confused. She's not stuck in a fog. She's gaining clarity, and I think you're definitely gaining clarity here. And Queen of Swords, the sword element deals with communication, and the Page of Swords is your advice. So communication is going to be everything, the way you communicate, the way you articulate, the way you express yourself, how you share, how you relate is really important. But also Page of Swords is the newer ideas in which you're really wanting to revolutionize your life. And the Four of Wands being here in the challenge, you're wanting to be able to create a life of enjoyment and be creative and expressive and beauty. Four of Wands is Venus and Aries. So your ruling planet is in Venus, or is in Aries. So the values are really being put on yourself at this time, and who you are, what your identity is, what you're wanting to create, how you can show up in a persuasive, empowering way in your relationships here and create and connect and cooperate with others. But some values maybe being shooken up, disagreements, things that you're kind of just having to work through. And that's why I feel like communication is going to be everything here for you this week. You have the Ace of Wands here in your current energy. Yes, the spark of motivation, inspiration to create. That's what you're entering in the week with. Excitement and passion as well. I think this Uranus square may actually kind of fire you up, right? Because Uranus does deal with, it's like metaphorically, it's like electricity, right? And Mercury's like, our minds and ideas, right? So all this potent, the square, the tension that forces you to get creative can bring like this spark of energy. You have the Four of Pentacles here in the future position. I like the Four of Pentacles being here for you because the Four of Pentacles is about accomplishment, achievement. So anything that you're working on, putting together here, feeling fired up about, it's through your discipline and your commitment here that you're accomplishing these things with the Four of Pentacles. You're getting something here, or obtaining something, or building something here for yourself that will be something you treasure. And it also will show you your capability of being able to have power and influence over your situations. It'll make you believe it. It'll make you see it. But also, too, what you're getting or what you're creating, what you're obtaining, right? This could be really anything. Any type of resource with the Four of Pentacles is giving you power and influence. I see some of y'all buying something this week. I'm just gonna be, maybe it's an impulse buy for some of you. I'll just be aware of that, right? Fucking your ruling sign, Venus is in Aries. Aries is pretty impulsive, right? Venus deals with, quality things, like, it deals with like things that we can buy, right? Like physical things. And then Mercury and the Sun square Uranus, right? And Uranus is in Taurus, Taurus rules Venus, so there it is again, the correlation there. And then the shock, right? The overstimulation to like buy something. Oh, Libras. Right, maybe you feel maybe compelled to do it, right? So I don't know. You have the Strength card here in your outcome position. And I would say this here as well would be you overcoming your challenges here. Strength card is about courage. And whenever you find the courage to face your fears or face your shortcomings, or to just stick to something regardless of it being difficult, so you start to build strength, right? You start to really understand your capability here with the Strength card. You have the Nine of Wands here in the position of something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of here. I would watch out just for your beliefs, You got to keep going here. Nine of Wands could be when your will is being tested. Energetically, you can feel a little bit tired. But the Ace of Wands says stay inspired as much as you can, however you can. And I always say, like, to stay inspired, one thing that I've learned through my mindset and the way I am is that I have to the environment. And I'm not just talking about your immediate environment. It's like what you take in, like what you listen to, what you consume. Right? If you're consuming just a bunch of nonsense, well, your life is probably going to be nonsense, right? Or something's just not going to make any sense, right? But if you're consuming things that are in alignment with your values, your purpose, the things that you're trying to create, then those things are going to give you inspiration and energy. All right, let's clarify your read. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles here for the position of the good stuff here. Something about a dog. Some of you could be getting a dog this week. I know it's totally random, but things do pop out. It's good though. You have the Chariot, Seven of Wands. Yeah, Chariot, Seven of Wands, clarifying that Ten of Pentacles. Chariot is actually about legacy too. It's about doing things that haven't been done before, specifically what you haven't done before. Seven of Wands is when you know your values, you know what you want to create, and you fight for those things, and you stand up for yourself, and you step into your conviction, and you step into your authority. It's Mars and Leo, right? So Leo does with being your own confident authority and leading the way, right? Asserting your will. And Mars is about the will, is about action. So the good thing here that's happening here is that you're finding this strength to move the chariot, take control of your destiny here in the direction of things. Some of you could be winning something here as well this week. Clarify the Queen of Swords for the overall energy. You have the Five of Cups. This is what you're getting clear on. This is what you're starting to understand. I think it's the past, right? All the cups that are spilt there, things that have been emotionally troubling, upsetting, unsettling, right? You're working through those things, and I think it's giving you a different perception and understanding of things, and you're able to surrender and let go of things here. And I think you're really asking for what you need at this time more too. I think you're really prioritizing your own values and desires, and by doing that, I think that's what's helping you here find that sense of peace and harmony. Clarify the Two of Cups here in the position of your hopes. I didn't show you this one. Yeah, the Page of Wands. I think you're hoping here for some of you, this is like good things to happen in regards to love. So like if you're single, you may be wanting to meet someone, or if you're in a connection, you may be wanting to just have fun, be spontaneous, do new things. When it comes to yourself, I think you're just wanting to get back to the things that you love, to find hobbies or to just connect to the things that you're enthusiastic about, that you're passionate about. Clarify the Ace of Wands in your current energy. Yeah, the two cards wants to come out. Yeah, the Five of Swords, Six of Cups, and this would be forgiving yourself, forgiving others, letting go of the past, not holding resentment or bitterness here. It's like as soon as you like detach, right, Five of Swords, disconnect from those memories. Six of Cups is literally memories in the tarot. When you detach and disconnect from those things or dissolve, you know, those past things that, you know, you're energetically attached to, that's still harvesting energy from you, right? Because if you're just full of resentment, well, you don't have a lot of energy. I'm just using an example, by the way. It could be resentment, it could be grief, it could be sorrow, it could be a lot of different things. But, you know, all those things are energetically, you know, it takes up your energy, right? But whenever you're able to let it go, there's like all this new creativity and energy comes into your life. Clarify the Four of Wands in your challenge. You have the Nine of Cups here. Yeah. I think your challenge here is like you're just hoping and wishing for just to live a more fun, inspired, creative, empowered life here, right? And to have fun and enjoy yourself. Clarify the Page of Swords as your advice. Let's see. You have the Hermit here. Yeah, and the Hermit is the desire to learn and grow in the tarot. So we're really wanting to seek and research and find information, find knowledge. But I think what you're actually, like, your advice here is you are actually very wise and very intelligent. So it's about relying on your knowledge, relying on what you know. Page of Swords is the self-actualization and practical application of the knowledge or the wisdom, right? Just simply put, it's about taking what you learned and using it. But also Page of Swords, the Hermit too, is like seeking out guides, mentors, learning from other people, right? But I think you are a master here, the Hermit. Like, you're wise and intelligent, you have experience, right? Page of Swords is, you know, it's relying on that, especially when it comes to communication. But also if you're needing to seek out, you know, the wisdom or the guidance, like keep looking, you know, the Hermit looks for the star and then he finds it. Right, stars represents navigation. He's looking for navigation. Like we look to the heavens for answers. So, yeah. And you may just need like clarity or direction here, or just certain pointers or something like that. Clarify the Four of Pentacles here in the future position. You have the Ace of Swords. Well, that's the clarity. Whatever the clarity is that you get here, the answer here that you get will be enough for Pentacles. It will give you power and influence here over your situation to control it and structure it in the way in which you want. But also, some of you could literally be like seeing you receive something this week or get something this week. Very interesting. If you want to book a personal reading with me, I forgot to say it at the beginning of the video. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can. That link is down below in the description. Any questions you have or anything that you want me to look at as far as like maybe confirmation, insight, whatever the case might be, whatever question it is, whatever help or guidance you need, you can definitely book a reading with me. That link's down below in the description. Clarify the Strength card in the outcome. You have the Nine of Swords. This is you overcoming your fears and also being able to overcome the never-ending nightmare that your mind has been replaying in your mind. That makes sense. Did I make myself clear? Is that clear? I don't know if that makes any sense. The never-ending nightmare, right? The courage to confront your fears, to confront your worries and anxieties, and to move forward regardless of those things. Did I just say this for you, or was it Virgo? But Soren Kierkegaard, he was a philosopher, Soren Kierkegaard, and one of his main things that he talked about was that a lot of people suffer from like the nine of swords, which is like anxiety, worry, existentialism, right? And he said that a lot of the times it could be coming from this place of, because we really do have total freedom in our life, and that can give us anxiety, because by having all the freedom that we want to do what we want, to create what we want, we also have to, there's the pressure of the decisions and wanting to make the right decisions. And then you have to own those decisions, right? And so that can just be overwhelming. But really, if you flip the anxiety into excitement, right? Like, I'm excited. Like, it's excitement, right? Like, oh my God, like I get the possibilities. Then you can like reframe it, right? And that gives you courage, strength card. Clarify the Nine of Wands in the position of something you're unaware of, that you need to be aware of. You pulled the Six of Pentacles here. Yeah, and I would say you had two cards that want to come out, and the Justice card. Both these cards are connected to one another. The scales are symbolically linked. And these two cards do represent your like karmic rewards, or karmic results based off your intentions and your energy and your thoughts and your beliefs and how they're manifesting materially. And I think here with the Nine of Wands, one thing that Spirit's wanting you to be aware of is it's the belief, your beliefs. And the Nine of Wands is also the story that you're telling yourself. And it's through our stories that shape me, that give us, that create meaning in our life. So it could be these old stories here that you're releasing or letting go of. And I think stories do connect to Leo in a way, because Leo deals with self-expression. And so that would be like a story thing. Even though Sag would be kind of like the story. I think maybe fire. I guess it can all kind of fit in the same categories. But yeah, I would say it's your beliefs, you know, you're being tested, right? So it's like you're having to have faith. And I think the faith aspect, just having faith in yourself and your direction, it's what's going to help generate more of what you want. So that's what I got for you here, Libra, in your reading. Great read. I like this read. Again, if you want to book a reading with me, that link is down below in the description. If you're new to the channel, I encourage you to subscribe. And if you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Otherwise than that, I will see you later. Bye, Libra.